I am so glad that is over. Oh my god, what a game! Whoo! Okay, where do I even begin? I've literally just finished watching. My throat is killing me. I literally squealed like a pig when Kane scored the second goal. Let me just say this, okay? I just got a text from my little brother, who, by the way, is the biggest non-football fan ever. He absolutely hates football. And even he was like, oh my god, Kane! He's watched it, and he even said the Tunisians were dirty players. They were throwing themselves on the floor. Oh man, look, if you're a Tunisian person, I guess I should say, and you're watching this video, I'm sorry, but I'm really disappointed in Tunisia. I really am. I thought they were horrific tonight. They can play football. They're a decent team. They're the highest ranked African team in world football right now, number 21 in the list. But they were absolutely horrid. Now, I don't know if it's just today. I've not really seen them play probably since, the last time it was in a big tournament. But they were nasty, time wasting. I get it though, it's a World Cup, you're probably playing for that draw, you're going to waste time. But the amount of nasty tackles, the aggressiveness, especially towards the referee, who I thought was awful, by the way. The referee was... could wring his neck. He was that bad tonight. VAR was a joke tonight, but the biggest joke of all tonight were the Tunisians. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, because I was expecting some good football, very physical team, a bit of flair here and there, but they weren't that at all. And yes, I'm a salty England fan. We almost didn't win a game which we should have absolutely 100% have won. Had it not been for terrible officiating, the referee, for me, that was the worst refereeing performance since Mike Dean the other day. And that's probably not saying much, because Mike Dean's shit every week. But this was another level of shittery. It was absolutely disgraceful. The penalty that they got, 100% a penalty. What Walker is doing, swinging his arm like that, I don't know. And I've got no complaints. And the penalty was brilliant. Their number 13, I think, took it. Fantastic penalty. Pickford just got a touch. He saw his gloves bend away as the ball struck them. But that number 13 turned into an absolute arsehat the rest of the game. So angry. He's angry at everything. He was throwing himself... They were throwing themselves into tackle. That's what I'm trying to say. They were lunging in, taking England players out, and then complaining that it was a free kick, when you could quite literally see you got none of the ball, you've quite literally lunged in and taken their legs out. And then they have the absolute disrespect to shout at the referee. So many times the referee was so weak with these Tunisians. He should have been stamping his authority on this game very early on. It was so bad. There's moments where there was a player walking off when Tunisia made a sub, and the referee's like, come on, you got to go. And the guy literally turned back and shouted at the ref, and the ref was like, oh, okay, carry on. What is that? Tell him to get off the pitch. You did it fine when England were making subs. You hurried our players off the pitch, and it was Lingard. He was jogging, and you were ushering him off the pitch. Show some freaking balls, man. Crap referee. Absolutely crap. But then talking about the penalty that they got, fair enough. What about us? 2 times in the box, Harry Kane gets freaking rugby tackled to the ground. Everyone in the world has seen it except from the referee. So what? What is VAR for? If that is not a situation where we stop the game, there's players screaming for a penalty. It's quite obviously an event that needs checking. So check it. It takes seconds. That was the perfect opportunity, and we would have got a freaking penalty. That was more of a penalty than the one that Walker gave away. And then again, it happens again. I can't remember who it was taken out. Was it Maguire? But maybe Henderson? I can't remember. But it was the opposite side of the box. Freaking taken out. Not even looking at the ball, the Tunisian defender. Nothing. I was absolutely fuming. And I'm so grateful that Harry Kane came up with the goods tonight. This is what happens when you don't have him taking corners. Now, most of you will know what I'm talking about. But in the Euros 2016, Harry Kane was taking the corners for England. This is what happens when you put, I don't know, your best striker in the box in corners. We scored 2 headers from corners. Oh, that's surprising. Gareth Southgate, you've got to give it to him. He's done something with this squad. And I feel really bad because I doubted this guy. I thought, what? Gareth Southgate? What's he going to do to this squad that any other manager hasn't? But it's clear to see this guy has a passion for England. He's been there, he's done it. But he's got this team working together. The system, this 3 at the back, 5 at the back when we're defending formation seems to work really well. The first 20, 30 minutes, we were absolutely balling. We were playing so well. Dele Alli got himself injured. He clearly should have been subbed off. It was pretty obvious to see. I'm surprised he wasn't subbed off earlier. Talking of subs, by the way, Loftus-Cheek, fantastic when he came on. Absolutely brilliant. That's what we need to see. Rashford, brilliant. That one moment where he could have had a shot when he left it for Lingard, brilliant though. He just got involved. He ran at them. Oh, jeez, I'm so tired now. Okay, what I should say is, I'm sorry for the start of this video if it came across as me just absolutely hammering down on Tunisia. I think it's just heat of the moment stuff. I'm not going to even edit out because that's how I'm feeling. They were well within their right to try and waste a bit of time. They're well within their right to go into tackles hard. They're well within their right to be aggressive and just generally annoying to play against because they weren't going to win this game. They were playing for a 1-1 draw. They were getting into the players' heads. You know, the England players were certainly not enjoying that experience tonight. Not only was it a really hot atmosphere, there were flies everywhere, mosquitoes everywhere. It wasn't a nice place to be tonight. And having these players falling to the ground at every opportunity, lunging in, snapping your legs at every opportunity, and just generally being dickheads. Yes, I do get it though. And I think had England done it, I'd be saying, well, yeah, I mean, we want to get the point. It's just what we're going to do. It's just unfortunate when it happens to you. So I'm sorry if it was a bit salty. I apologise, and I hope all of you Tunisian fans, if you are out there watching this video, that you don't hate me for it, because I am a salty England fan. When England do bad, I'm bad. I'm so passionate about the England team. I don't think we're going to win the World Cup, don't get me wrong, but I want us to win the World Cup. Of course I do. I want us to be winning games like this when we rightfully deserve to. It just felt like everything was against us tonight. Hitting the post, referee being absolute shit, excuse my language. Tunisia just being idiots as well. Really angered me, some of those players, the way they reacted to certain calls. I feel them. There were some wrong calls made for both teams tonight. But it just felt like with the referee's decisions, VAR not helping us when they really should have, it was the perfect opportunity. That first one on Kane, it was perfect. The ball went out of play, check it. It wouldn't have hurt anyone to check it while the ball was out of play, and we would have got ourselves a penalty for sure. They need to iron out these little things about VAR, because earlier on today I watched the Sweden game against South Korea, and the VAR got Sweden 3 points. Quite literally. The penalty was not given to Sweden. The referee just played on, carried on the play, clearly got told in his ear to stop the play, even though South Korea were on the counter. It was a pretty decent opportunity for them to score. He cancels it, he blows the whistle, checks VAR and gives the penalty. This is 20, 30 seconds after the tackle actually goes in, and they step up and score it. Now, when I'm watching it, I'm thinking, this VAR thing, that's really good. That's being used pretty well. I mean, it wasn't clean, it wasn't done perfectly because the play should have been stopped before South Korea got on their attack. But it worked. You know, it gave the decision, which would have been totally unfair otherwise. It was 100% a penalty. So why isn't it consistent in a game like tonight? One of the biggest games, because, you know, England, they are such a huge nation in terms of football. In terms of football fans around the world, England is known as being so passionate about their football. A lot of people would have been watching this game, and that would have been the perfect time to let VAR shine. It was perfect. It was a penalty not given by the referee, could have been given by VAR, just like in the Sweden game. Quick word on the Belgium match as well, by the way. Panama, I love the story behind it. It's nice to actually be positive about a team other than being angry at Tunisia. But Panama, obviously they lack quality, but they don't lack heart. And the story is fantastic, you know, especially their captain, Torres, at the back. The way he got them into the World Cup. But Belgium rightly smashed them, let's be honest. They didn't have the best of games ever. But De Bruyne, that moment of pure magic when he crossed that ball over to Lukaku. And, of course, Mertens' goal was unreal. And then Lukaku getting a double. 3-0 victory for Belgium. And to be fair, it could have been a lot more. But I hope that Panama get a win against Tunisia. I mean, I want nothing more than Tunisia to go out now just because of today. I'm really disappointed with them. I think they were going to go out anyway, even if they got a draw, because they'll lose to Belgium, that's for sure. God, what would that have meant for England, though? I think it quite possibly would have been a bit squeaky bum time had we lost this game or just got the draw. But Belgium are going to go through. I think England will go through in second, and it will be bye-bye to Tunisia and Panama, which is sad. I would have loved Panama to go through, but they just had to get our group, didn't they? It would have been great for them to get into a slightly weaker group where they could potentially steal second place. But let's wrap things up. England have won the opening game at this World Cup. It was a horrible match. I really enjoyed watching the first 30 minutes because we played really well. I thought, wow, this system is actually brilliant. We're playing so great against a pretty tough team. I expected Tunisia to play really well tonight. I expected them to be quite a good attacking team. But I saw the complete opposite. They were really disappointing. And I'm so upset that that's what we saw from them. That's going to be their reputation now for a little while at least. Tunisia are going to be known as the crybabies that slide in and try and rough people up and just generally just be unfair and nasty. It really wasn't nice to watch. It wasn't. I feel for England. It was a horrible match. And they've got to sort out that mosquitoes fly thing, because I don't care how pathetic it sounds, but when you're trying to play football at that level, being hot, sweaty with flies and mosquitoes landing on you, they've got to do something about it. I know they tried. Apparently they hovered helicopters over the stadium and dropped like anti-fly liquid or whatever around the stadium to try and repel it, but clearly it didn't work. Maybe move stadiums. I don't know. Maybe they should play somewhere else and leave that stadium empty. It just looked horrible. But I'm just talking crap, really, aren't I? Well done, England. And most of all, well done, Harry Kane. You're an absolute legend. I love you for England. I despise you for Tottenham. But you can't deny it. He's won us the game tonight. And Harry Maguire, by the way, legend as well. That header leading on to Harry Kane. Brilliant. He was so good tonight, Maguire. Really impressed with everyone. Everyone was good, except for maybe Sterling. I thought Lingard could have been better with his finishing as well. Sterling had a very poor game, I think. But no doubt in my mind that Kane pretty much won us the game there. I'm going to go rest my voice. It's actually hurting. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. And again, sorry to Tunisia fans if I've upset you. I didn't mean it. Just really disappointed with their national team. Just really poor.